Friends, how's everyone doing? My name is Harry and welcome to our channel. We are going to do a spoiler-free review for Wuchangfallenfeathers. I'm not going to show any boss fight or any area which you would open up and are related to when you progress through the game. I had a lot of fun playing with the game. A lot of fun. It plays more like any like of the Dark Soul games than Bloodborne or Sekiro. And based on all the trailers and everything that I've seen, I had some sort of expectations, but I would say honestly, in explorations, combat, and main things that we look into Souls game, it definitely surpassed my expectations. There are things which I really didn't like. They were nitpicks, and some things which were a little was not happy about. Okay, so let's go into everything. So first of all, new mechanics. There are a lot of new mechanics that the game has, and you guys see the feather at the bottom. I already have one blue kind of feather, so that's called your Skyborn Might. So anytime you're, okay, I was not able to evade. He's not going to survive my attacks because I'm in New Game Plus in the beginning area, and this is the very first area of the game. So let me see. So if you dodge at very last minute, which we're going to try to accomplish here, you see, so that we got two feathers now. So that thing is called Skyborn Might, and being able to dodge at this last moment is called Shimmer. So you guys see that now it's two. So different things lets you get full of that, and that is what is used for your spells. Like if you guys see, request Skyborn Might, it uses one Skyborn Might. So I can already use it. As you can see, it shows it's the thing is highlighted with one. So if we use another one, so I have because three feathers, I can use the one that requires three. All of these 1, 2, 3 that I can use. But at the same time, if I equip something that requires, let's say 5, so once we go back to it, you guys see that I cannot use that. So, I'm sorry, I only have 2, so we can use everything that use 1 and 2. So that's how you use your spells. So you need to be able to get Skyborn Might, and there are, of course, there are consumables which you can use, but there is only a certain amount of that you can have in the gameplay. So the most of the time, and even while attacking enemies and doing your combos, you gain the Skyborn Might, and gaining it, once you keep gaining it, you can use your spell. So like see, if I am doing my combos, I am gaining Skyborn Might, as you guys can see that. So now I gained enough to do any of those spells that needs 3 of the Skyborn Might. And the Skyborn Might is pretty cool. So let us show you the magic. It's pretty good. It is enough damage. I don't have enough magic to do a lot of magic, so because I didn't end up using a lot of magic. But a lot of these spells are really awesome. Some you get by killing the boss, some you get by giving their soul to certain merchants, and all of these are really good. The magic is pretty good in this game. So this one just makes you an OP, like it gives you a barrier or shield, and until you get hit multiple times, that shield won't broke. You get it after defeating a boss. So there are a lot of things which are really cool. This one is also really awesome. It requires a lot of Skyborn Might, and you won't be able to use it you won't be able to get it towards the end of the game, towards the second half of the game, and you would need to put enough points to Red Mercury to get 5, because when you start you only have 1, and then you go from 1 to 5 being the maximum. And guys, there's another mechanic called Madness. If you see there is a silhouette on the very left hand corner where the feathers are for the Skyborn Might, that the statuesque or which shows like Wuchang, our character, like, and you see half of it is filled with red. This is called Madness. So how Madness works is, if you kill enough human NPCs, which are not monsters, they are not, so that redness will keep increasing and it will go higher. So I can show you guys over here. So you guys see that inner demon 60. So I've gotten to 60 level out of 163. So when it fills up, when you manage that full, and it's 50 above or 90 above, you unlock certain things. So like you'll do more damage, your spells will do more damage, or they're like and you deal more damage. But at the same time, you do take more damage as well. So if there is a enemy that does a lot of melee damage, you can wear clothes, or sorry, armor, um, which protects you from a lot of melee attacks, and it mitigates that. So in that you can balance it, and you can actually do a lot more damage. And the other new thing the game has is when you're madness, so this meter, when it's full, so like I say it's 163 out of 163, and you end up dying, and when you go and try to pick up your health, like your souls or your mercury in this game, there will be a demon that will come up, and then you have to fight it and kill it before your madness goes back to, and you have 0 in madness. So you'll be like, you'll lose all that madness, and you'll lose the extra damage to you, and you will not take the extra damage you take. And that is sort of risk and reward kind of a thing, because you can keeping your madness full and not dying and keep doing a lot of damage. You just have to make sure you don't take a lot of damage. But at the same time, it's a risk and reward factor, because when you kill that demon in the beginning of the game, it's a little bit harder. When you kill the demon, it gives you very good consumables, which are very helpful in a lot of things, which are hard to get otherwise. So something like plum branch, which grants you 5 stack of skybound just by consuming one, and you can start a boss fight, and you can have that against a strong NPC which you're really struggling against, and it helps you a lot with that. And I really like how they did with they have the madness thing, and they have the skybound might, and they have one of the amazing new mechanics that they started out of all of these new mechanics is your ability to respec. So let us go to the nearest skybound, the shrine. And one more thing, like the teleportation, like the moment you have the second shrine or a third shrine, you can teleport anything in between. It's not like that you have to progress through the game to open to fast travel at all. So let me show you guys respec. So this is amazing. This is the best thing that I like what this game has come with. So see, I have my sword that I'm using to right now to +10. As you guys can see that, let me show you. So see, my lashing whip, it's a long sword, is at +10. I have other weapon which is twin bandits at +9. But let's say I don't want to use long sword right now. So this is the long sword. So if you can take out the points anytime. It says reset points. So if I press square, see, I've spent 44 points in this. So I can take that out, and you guys see on the top, sorry, 40 I believe. So then 40 points. So I have I have already put 7 points, but the points that you got back, so you can put them in the long sword now. So anytime, and including any upgrade. So if you had your long sword at 3 or 5 or 6, I can now put all of that in my X, which was not didn't had all this. And let me show you guys. So you guys see that you can use any weapons anytime, and not only you can respec, but one of the other really amazing things, guys, now see that my longsword is not leveled up at all, but once we put the points and respec everything into the X's, now you'd be like, okay, but which X did got to the level 10? And the good thing is every single one of them. Do you guys see this? So I can pick any X I want, and I can start playing around anywhere with anything. So at the same time, now if I want to, so we have one-handed swords. So if I want, I can do the same thing, and I can level up anything. Like in a lot of other Souls games, starting from Dark Souls and all of that, you would be able to respec, put your points in strength to dexterity, or or intelligence, or whatever it is, like magic. But at the same time, you can't upgrade your weapon. You have very limited upgrades. But in this game, the moment you go upgrade like you're able to open up all the levels to upgrade any weapon. You can respec that to any other form of weapon to try that. So that's what is guess, guys. What does that mean? That means you guys can try all different type of weapons and upgrade them to the full and have fun with it. And I had so much fun with it. And actually, I think the game wants you to do that because there are certain bosses which are really hard to play with. Let's say twin blade, but they were really easy to beat with the axe. And and like at the same thing with the lot of blade, like a lot of times I had bosses which are way too fast, so I was struggling against them. Instead of using axe, I used the longsword because it's a lot faster compared to an axe in terms of the move set. So that is something I really liked, and I moving forward I want this feature in every single Soulspawn. It's not even like it will be now a negative. Any game forward doesn't have this feature. Same like Lies of P. Once you having the your Stargazer, I believe in Lies of P, having right outside the boss arena and your souls or your ergo right outside the boss arena. When you go there, that means you're never losing it, which this game does not have that. But it's amazing. This like the respect is really awesome, and it's not only for the weapon, guys. So let me show you. So your main, like this is your main other like side, the left hand side, which does all your health, endurance, a little bit of magic, a little bit of feathering, which are parts of the game, and how you. This is where you increase your mana waste, like your health, refill. So I can take point out of anything at any time. So if I want to do this, see, and I can put it back. So you can respec anything anytime, and this thing is open from the very beginning of the game. There is nothing special. There is nothing like you have to beat a boss. You just need to have certain things to start being able to do that. And it is so good. So like while we are talking about respec, I would go about talking about the weapons. So long swords are one of the best things in this game. I use the very first longsword that we get for a decent amount of time, and after that I used the lashing whip because it has a longer reach for a very majority of the game playthrough. Lashing whip and the Imperial Great Axe, I think it's one of the best axe in the game, period, from my perspective. I also used the Scorn Great Axe at certain places, and it's really good if enemy needs a fire damage. Anyways, you guys will figure that out. But from my perspective, I think long great swords are the most overall jack of all trades balance weapon. Those are really good. Axe are for majority against majority of the enemies. This is your unga bunga weapon, and you will destroy everything. And it's really good to get the stagger meter full. This game does have stagger meter. We'll go into that. Your dual blades, they are pretty busted. If you use the right amount of things along with it, they are really busted. Single swords, they're pretty fun. I think they are your, because they're single sword and you can use magic from the, like on the other side, they are your magic sort of build thing. The spears, they had a really nice moment, but I really didn't end up using it, to be honest, a lot. So I'm not a personal spear favorite kind of guy. The only game I think I really enjoyed playing with spears personally was in Elden Ring. There were some spears I played for a decent amount of time, but so normally I tend to go to different kind of weapons. So in my New Game Plus, I would try the one-handed sword a bit more because I didn't really ended up using it a lot. But guys, these things, the longsword, great axe, and the twin bandits blades, especially this one in the dual blades, I really use them a lot, and it's amazing how good they can be. So how you can get the most out of some of these things? There is a thing called clash. Clash is sort of when the enemies attacking you attack at the same time. So it's not exactly let's say a parry, but it's sort of like you clash the weapon at the same time, so you don't get any damage. And so you can keep hitting and hitting, and if they only do once or twice, so like let me show you guys. So you can see the fourth attack of a dual blade light attack combo grants one stack of Skyborn Might if it hits an enemy. At the same time, you get a lot of Skyborn Might out of that. So on the top, if you come here, the fourth, fifth, sixth attack of dual blades attack combo successful clash grants one stack of Skyborn Might. So not only you are getting clash out of it, you also get Skyborn Might out of it. which is really awesome. And at the same time, you have this blade master as a skill that you can put. And when we are gaining skybound might, at the same time, if you have this up, every hit you do against an enemy, it restores some health. This, along with some certain temper things which you can put on your weapon, is really, really bonkers. Like, you have the clash and you are not getting attacked and all those things, and along with it, you can have so much damage. So, and there's a thing called benediction. Benediction is like your passives that you can attach to every single weapon. And once you attack, and these are, it depends upon playthrough, depends your play style. You can use, like, if you're doing a lot of backstabs, which is a possibility in this game, you can add stuff according to that. And if you and if you open more disciplines, like we'll go into disciplines in a second, if you have a lot more disciplines, you can stack the damage according to that. So this gives you a lot of different things, and there's a lot of different ways you can use this to get into your playstyle according to your skill. And these are really good things. You should definitely have it. So look at that. If you have 6 disciplines, you can even do more damage. So this is pretty good. So if you can stack 3, 6, and there is another one which I think does 9 somewhere. So if you can stack all 3 of them, they would do even more damage. And to another amazing thing, guys, this is really good. So temper. So this is another thing. It's sort of active. It's you get a limited number of them. To start with, you get 1, and then you can increase it to like 3. So you can open certain kind of stats build up to put on your weapon, which majority of the weapon are good for that. Some don't allow that. Like, if it's a certain kind of a weapon which will not let you do that because it would already have an affinity for a certain stat. So then in that case, you just use that stat and according to your way of playing it. So you guys see that. So this would put fire 78 and burn 20, and lot of enemies are there which are weak to fire. So you can put that as a buff. And this one we have right now, which is arcane, which is, I thought, would be a higher level of fire because from Elden Ring, but it's actually sort of magic. And then you open up certain other things which you can give strength, agility, magic, feathering. Again, this is based on the kind of damage you are looking into. So this is temper, which just increase the power of whatever stat temper you have been using, and you get this thing in the game in a longer duration, the continuity. So it makes the temper or the stat that you use to last longer. To just show you guys, let's go to another area, man, instead of walking to the same area. So if we teleport, let's see. So I'm going to just go area. This area is something you will reach very fast. It's still the very first zone of the game. We are not going anywhere that you guys wouldn't get faster. I'm not going to show the path to get here. So guys, and the combat is really, really awesome. So let me show you. So this is, I did that. So the reason Blade Master didn't work is because I need Skyborn. So if I don't have Skyborn, some of these things doesn't work. So for your weapon skills to have them more effectively, you need the Skyborn. And the X, this is how Anga Banga it is. The guy, I'm in the first area of the new game plus. If you need to see more damage and everything, you guys when you guys start playing, you will see that. I don't think I have, yeah, my X, it's set plus 10. So let me try to use something else. Longsword. Wow, it has no upgrade right now. So, and I'll talk about the armor sets, guys. Armor sets are very important in this game, not just for the fashion, which you can choose to do, but there are certain areas which do so much stat build up so fast, you will have really bad time trying to get away without having to progress through that area, because all that area does is, like, that certain areas are more difficult than the NPCs you fight. If you don't have proper set of armament, you don't have the proper set of jade pendants. I'll go into pendants in a bit. So, like, if you can see, if it's like a warrior kind of a thing, it will give you more protection and mitigation against your melee attacks. So that's most of this stuff. So and other armors will give you protection against blight. So blight, corruption, frostbite, despair, and burn. All of these are things that you can get. And when the meter is full, blight is the most heinous one. My goodness, I hate blight because the moment the blight meter is full, it's not slowly draining your health, you are just dead. So when you go to a blight area, having something like this, which does a lot of mitigation for blight, is pretty good. And then you have consumables, which helps you with evading that. So there are a lot of pendants that you can see that I'm using some. So all these pendants, depending upon your play style, depending upon what you focus on, you want to be like, see, this one does reduce the damage mitigation, the power of weapon skills. This is your clothing or the, what was that, turtle pendant or turtle thing that you get in Elden Ring, which your stamina recovery speed. And I just started playing the New Game Plus. So to my surprise, whenever you get a new pendant where you were supposed to get in the regular game, everything is already at +1. You can see that? So even if you buy it from the merchant, it's already at +1. So you don't have to worry about that. And let me show you guys another thing quickly. So when you guys go to your benedictions, so benedictions as well. So whether you get it from defeating an enemy or it's just something you get out of a chest, you get everything +1 in the New Game Plus. So I have not progressed a lot in the New Game Plus, definitely not finished it. So I'm not sure if you go to New Game Plus 2, do you get +2 versions or you stay with the +1? I have no idea, guys. You would have to see somebody who has played New Game Plus 3, 4, or all this to answer those questions. But all the benedictions and all the jade pendants these are not jade pendants. These are also sort of passive. Depending upon your playstyle, you pick everything. You're already getting +1. So, and there's a lot of different weapon and a lot of different magic things which you won't end up trying. And when you try them, you will realize how good they are, or maybe they are not your playstyle. There's enough to make you replay it. And guys, I have 50+ hours in my first playthrough trying to figure out everything, and there is so much interconnectivity. Let's talk about exploration in this game. Lots of the Fallen tried to do very like to recreate what Dark Souls 1 had created. It came decently close, but not the best one, I would say personally, in terms of doing the level designing. But I really enjoyed lots of the Fallen level exploration, the interconnectivity and everything. But this game took it to a really next level. This particular game comes so close to getting the interconnectivity to the level of Dark Souls 1 or any other forms of game like Bloodborne and this game. I love the interconnectivity and exploration. Every single path that you initially go has 3 different open paths. Like it'll go left, right, and straight, and then you go to that path. And every time you see this thing, guys, sorry, probably spoiling a little thing, like this shows that there is a bridge. And there's a lot of times where you'll find this in the end game for very important stuff. So you don't really want to miss it. So guys, exploration, it's the chef kiss. It's so good. Exploration not only makes you, the game is very rewarding in terms of if you'd explore a lot, you get a lot of pendants, a lot of good consumables, a lot of actually non-key boss fights, and a lot of different things that you will find. And the way even different level connects to each other. So if you do a heavy attack on the side of the enemy or on the behind and you're able to get it, you get a stagger. So you can't just walk up to them, stand behind them and get a critical hit. But if you go behind them and they don't notice you, or you catch them in that form and you do a heavy attack, you're able to get a critical hit like just we got. And I'll show you one more time. And there is you guys see the circle in between them? He's not going to take enough damage. Like he's not strong enough for me to kill him. But if you fill up that meter, that circle, there is a line that goes around. If you fill that up while doing your attacks, the enemy would also get this. You see the outer line on the circle? So if you do enough damage, like with your regular attacks and heavy attacks, you will be able to stagger the enemy and get a critical hit out of them. So getting the critical hit and being able to stagger and being able to kill the enemies with like that is very important, because certain bosses are very easy if you are able to get the backstabs, and you have to fish for backstabs, but you are able to do it. In terms of art design and aesthetics, I love this game. You guys see, even in this frame, we are in a little area, how much is going on. See, there is wood palace, there is this, there is that thing, and I forgot these guys will do that. So this, if I hit him from the back, look at this, I got a stagger and got a critical hit we were talking about. So every area you go to, let me show you guys just a little bit of this. You guys see that how much stuff is around, and even in beyond you, and there, like, and you go to the shrines and everything, you guys will see there is so much minute detail. There has been so much love put into this game, without a doubt. There's so much love that put in this game. I would really like to go back and show you guys one thing. Which you'll see in the very beginning of the game. So this will increase my madness, but won't kill me. I really love the art design and aesthetics of in this game. It's so much love that they put it in. Sometimes you feel like in certain areas, it's a lot. It's a lot. In a good way, not in a bad way. Yeah, we're not going to go there. So these two, this is your one merchant, this is your main merchant. So this would have everything related to your
treasures do you have for me today?
Everything related to your boss related stuff. So when you beat the boss, you get an item, you go give it to him, and he will keep opening up what all things. He has a lot of good pendants as well, which you would need to buy. The more you progress, you will figure all of that. And this guy would have a lot of consumables and a lot of throwable stuff and a lot of benediction stuff. So this helps you get your weapon to +6. This helps you get to, like, all of these things will keep opening up. As you can see, this is for a lot of, to alleviate different kind of build up. He would also have certain kind of armor sets. So armor sets play a very good role in this game. A lot of different armor sets have a lot of different kind of damage mitigations. And if you don't wear that, it really gives you a hard time. So let me show you guys. I think if you go down here, there is an item. So this area opens up. So you see this? So I'm standing here. So we are getting corruption right now. And I got it pretty fast. So we do have something to mitigate corruption. Let me use it. So guys, see that? So right now my corruption is not so good. So if I look for something, see that? This is 22, 23, 24, 27. So if corruption 28, I probably won't wear that thing, because that thing covers your whole head. So this one is 40. So let's do that. And I think this one, probably this set is the best. This one does 50. This one you will get pretty late in the game, guys. So I'm showing you the set. I'm not going to divulge where you get, how you get, and all that stuff. Good stuff. You guys will be able to get it eventually, hopefully. So if now I'm going through here, it's building up, but it's relatively slow. You guys see that? And if I come out, it will start to go away. And at the same time, you can have stuff which helps with the corruption. Corruption to disperse. Alright, so armor sets, depending upon the situation, could be really helpful and really useful, guys. Art design and story, guys, to be honest, is a Soulslike. It's a to the T in the story aspect of it. I like stories told by NPCs when you talk to them and you figure out some of the stuff. I didn't get a lot out of it, man. I understood a decent amount of it, which but I would still say which is very little. I'm going to probably go on YouTube and watch a video. And to be honest, we don't play these kind of games for the story. Majority of these games are played for the sake of combat and exploration and the fun in using different weapons and spells. And in that aspect, I think it's one of the best game and like in terms of coming close to Dark Soul level, it has really done a good job of, like, it will definitely satisfy you with your with the combat, with the magic, and including the magic. The magic is really good. Like there's some magic which will only need one. Like you guys see this, one shimmer and one skybound might, and you'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll use it eventually. Let me try to get this and use it, guys. That particular magic is so good. Like it actually makes you invisible if you use it correctly for a certain amount of time. Let me see. Bro, attack me.
Come at me!
So you guys see that. So I use it, I can stand in front of him. So this will now, if he attacks me, you guys see that? This thing came back because it gave me one Skybound Might point, and it just, so I use it again. You guys see that? So if I use it again, it just teleports you, and actually a lot of times gives you in a very good position. Let me see. Oh, it went away. So it only lasts for a bit, but if you use effectively, you can keep running around in circles around the enemy and not get hit and keep doing damage to it. In a lot of boss fights, it was so useful. It was actually use it to kill a boss, guys, because we will keep doing that, keep evading, and it just needs one of those attack, and then, guys, I'm using this thing as I have a lot of strength and everything, but this is not leveled up. So as you can see, the swords are pretty awesome in this fight, the long swords. I really like this sword. It has one of the longest reach in terms of any long sword. And now let's go talk about the quest lines. The quest lines, oh my goodness, they are so that you would have to figure out yourself what the heck to go. One good thing is, so if there is anything which has just like Lies of P, so if you have played, guys, for those people who have played it, once you go to teleport, let me try to go there one more time. We'll just go and talk over there so you guys can see that. So if if you press on it and you go to teleport, so like in front of Buddha Cliffs or like Zen Temple or Shu Center, let's say you have progressed any quest line. So there will be a symbol of the NPC that you need to talk. And one of the things that I would strongly suggest to everyone who is going to play the game, if you are in an area and you are close to getting to the boss fight, but before that you see anytime you have rested, there is a certain NPC you need to talk to, guys, please talk to that NPC. And make sure you go through all of their dialogues, because if you kill the boss and you go to further, that you miss that quest line. And a lot of quest lines are very important for the endings you want to go for. I think I got one of the worst ending in this game because I messed up quite a few quest lines. I thought, oh, I'll talk to that NPC after defeating the boss or after doing this. Let's do that. And I didn't realize, because it was a blind playthrough, that I messed up the quest line, and one of the NPC that you meet at where we are at Shu Sanctum, I ended up having to fight that NPC within the second area of the game, second or third area of the game, and I'm like, why is she fighting me? Because I messed her quest line. So you would have to be very careful when you're doing all of that. Of course, you have warehouse, you can stock anything that you don't need, like you get an extra, like, you get that. And disciplines are the things I may show you guys. So these are different kind of things that you can equip once you have got them. So either you can do the Earth Shaker, which is Earth Shatter. It's really good to stagger the enemies. You have block. A block is not the best when you're doing with X, because you end up taking a lot of decent amount of damage. And let's see, if I go into Blade Master, there's only certain strike, which you see that in the picture in the side video, the skill display. So you can see what it will look like, and then you can equip and use whichever you like. Blade Master is one of the best ones for the twin blades. At the same time, so everything is opened by this. So if you, let's say, let me show you what skill thing looks like. So this, when you see this, this is our skill. So Blade Master is what we activated. So I have another point. I can activate it. This is a Blade Dance, and it will ask you in this menu if you want to equip. If I confirm, it'll take you which particular weapon you want to put it. And so skill is individually used on individual weapons. So if I put it on twin blades, it's not going to be automatically applied on every other twin blade. So you can use two different set of twin blades or have two different weapons and put one skill on one of those weapons and one other one on the other. So like we have three different open in the dual blades category. So you can apply one different particular skill if you like in one and the other one in this one. So, and this is how your skill works. And to enter the dream in this is just rest, teleport you want to do anywhere, and invoke is you get the Mercury, and that's what you use to buy any of these items. So these are items which are only available in this menu, if I'm quite sure. So when you come here, and if you, and one more thing, if you have a lot of, so right now I can buy it because, let me show you guys, my inner demon is not 100% full. But if your inner demon goes to 100% being full, you at that point of time won't be able to do invoke, because it will say that you have a lot of madness, which is what your inner demon grow through. And there are a lot of consumables, guys, which will, depending upon your playthrough, would really be helpful for you. They mitigate different stuff. It's really nicely done in that regard for me. So in terms of the game, how the game ran, and if the performance and all that, I didn't like one thing, that they were, I think, like almost 8 to 10 times the game actually froze on me. So I'm attacking and fighting a boss, in the middle of that it will freeze, and when it will open at the same place, so I wouldn't have taken any damage or anything as such. But we don't want to see that kind of, there were no bugs, but that it froze quite a few times for me personally. I'm playing on PS5, PS5 guys. That happened 8 to 10 times in the first half of the game. After that, I don't think I went through that. There was no bugs like that. You cannot pick up an item that you want to pick up, or there was nothing as such that enemy died and whatever you want to get them, they're stuck in the air. I didn't receive any of those bugs. Just the game froze for me a little bit, and that's all it was. And a couple other thing, man, that I really didn't end up liking is, guys, if you fall down, like if you take a big blow enough and you fall down to the ground, when you're getting up, that animation is really slow. And if you're fighting a boss who is really aggressive, it's almost like a definitive death. You're not going to be revived, you're not being able to come back, because when you fall down and you don't have any iframes, guys, any iframes whatsoever. So that was we were able to get a critical hit. I didn't use it. So you don't get any stagger, any iframes of when you're getting up. So you take hits, and the boss, a lot of bosses do 1 hit, 2 hits, and you're dead, and they will be able to kill you when you fell down, because you just can't get up. And one of the other things that I didn't let us kill this guy. So it took 3 hits to kill the guy, and the other guy we were able to land a heavy attack and put him into critical stagger, is because my weapon is not leveled up at all. So you guys see the difference in the damage. It's in 243, 122, 170, and this is like quite less. So that's the reason I was able to. That's pretty good. Okay. So, and the other thing is, so there is something that you get. There is no way you guys will miss it very early. This is to summon a companion, which is available on very few fights in the game. But okay. So it takes forever, like forever, guys. It's not even funny. So once you have it equipped, but you can only use it in the boss fight, so it's not even, you guys see that, not respond to your call. It's, this thing in itself is like a mini challenge. It's because when you do that, it's like a flute or something like that, and you have to be doing the action for quite a long time. A lot of bosses you'll end up dying because you will not realize at the beginning when you're trying to summon somebody, the bosses would already attack you and there's nothing you can do. You can move like when you're doing the action that's needed to summon somebody through that, but it takes forever and a lot of time. And if you don't do the whole thing, and if you get if like a boss attacks you, you cannot end the whole action, and the someone wouldn't even come to help you. So it takes forever, man. It's like a mini challenge to be able to do that and actually get a summon. Summons are decently helpful in this game. They are not OP, so most of the thing you have to do it, but they can get they can get helpful. And I just want to see if they were affected with any quest lines or anything. But it's a mini challenge in itself to just being able to use that. It's really hilarious, guys. I actually died quite a few times just trying to call somebody to help me in summon. You guys might do better, or you might not even use it. Majority of the bots you cannot even use it actually. So a lot of bots you would have to fight on your own. Magic is really helpful. Different weapons and different sort of magics are so OP against so many bosses. You will be realizing you're fighting using, let's say, an axe or a longsword or maybe dual blades, and then you switch to a different weapon and use a different magic, and it's just so OP. A lot of these magics are really good, and a lot of these magics are really helpful. Like this is really helpful in a boss fight when you're. It's one of the hardest boss. It's like in the game, and this is really good for the fire guys. This is also pretty good. This and this. So this does a fire damage. This one does the frostbite. Uh, this gives you a shield. Is really OP if you are doing attacking very fast, like with the dual blades or with the single sword. It's really good. This one is really good against one of the boss fights otherwise is really has a very big health pool and really annoying to fight. All the boss fights are really awesome, guys, and I really loved everything in terms of combat fighting bosses. Even though in some boss fights, until I figured out how to beat them, it took a lot of depth, a lot of patience, and it's really fun. The game really wants you to use all the mechanics, all the things, and figure out different weapons which would be the best, and different armor sets which will be the best in that scenario. Uh, Overall, I would say a strong 8, I would say, out of 10 for me. This game it is. In terms of, there is some places where the balance I think is not the best thing. And the guys, you see the redness in my eyes is because we don't have enough of the inner demon. If we get rid of it, the eyes won't be red anymore. It's a solid 8 out of 10. If they take care of a couple of things like when we fall down, we add some iframes and a couple of the summon and the game freezing on me quite a few times. And this overall, I think there are some places the balance is the thing. In terms of even boss fights, you use different magic and it just becomes like it's like nothing. It's like a child's play. You just rip through the boss like a nunga munga. But if you use a different weapon, it becomes like one of the hardest fights. It's very interesting, but it's definitely lots of fun. As a first attempt into a Soulslike and a AAA game, I think they did a very solid job. I would definitely recommend this game. It's a lot of fun and a lot of new mechanics, which now I want moving forward in every Souls-like game. And if it's not there, I would be actually taking point out of that game. But this game is more like Dark Souls ish instead of let's say Bloodborne or Sekiro. It plays like Dark Souls like game, and it's a lot of fun, guys. I would really recommend this from my personal perspective. I had a lot of fun. I'm a new game plus. I'm definitely going to get my platinum in it. So if I don't like the game, I don't go for platinum in the games, guys. So hope you guys have fun and found this review helpful. Thank you guys for checking us out. And if you guys like it, please like and subscribe. That helps the channel to grow. And I'm going to link my blind playthrough. So if you guys would like to watch that at the end of the review. Thank you guys for being part of the journey. Peace out.